y'all, and welcome back for another vid. Another in my thoughts type of journaling video. Today the topic is going to be, I just thought about it. It could be just trying to be more weird. Wait, I'm gonna go more in depth in what I mean by that. But also, I'm excited because we got bigger concepts coming in the way. One bigger vid that we're working on right now on one of the things I've always thought it could be cool that I could become more on some like acting side. I'm totally inexperienced in acting apart from like some sort of theater class in high school. But and it seems cool because already at day 2, I showed a couple friends the vid that I filmed on day 1 and the vid of the scene that I filmed on day 2 of the same scene, and they could already clearly see a difference between the both. So that I'm pretty proud of. Yeah, but to go back and circle back to the topic of today, and also it kind of combines with the acting thing as well, is I feel being weird, being unique, is something that I gotta be aspired to do more of and not be ashamed of. Because I feel like trying to be like everyone else all the time like takes away your personality in some way. But what makes me unique is those weird stuff that I do that people don't necessarily, I don't necessarily tell people that I want to be doing. And is whether you find something weird, it's like it's good to go. It's like I know I'm a little bit rambling right now, but it's like it's good to go like fully in depth in it. And even though it might be weird to certain other people, just do whatever you're passionate about. How this topic came about is I was just reflecting and about weird things that I did in my childhood, right? And the weirdest game that I ever had, and to this day, I still don't know what type of mental, psychological thing was going inside my brain. Maybe there's like some type of psychologist in the chat. But the weirdest game I ever played was, I would think, because even as a child, I really like soccer. I also fuck with hockey. So what I would do is I would make these goalposts out of boxing gloves or whatever, right? Whatever is accessible, right? And my stuffed animals would be the goalkeepers, right? Every single one of them had a name, and I had players that would play that would be of like, it would be like certain blocks of different shapes, and the ball would be a tennis ball. And I would control the offense and the defense at the same time. Okay? Hope y'all didn't click off the video yet, right? But maybe the only thing that was like outside of my control in that game is whether I made the shot or not. Because if it's some weak ass shot that I pulled off on the goalkeeper, I would be able to save it with the other hand. But there were certain blocks that were able to score like crazier goals. Like I have like some type of, you see the skateboards that you'd be flipping and putting on top of stuff? That was a really crazy score that I remember. Or, so that's just something that I was weird as fuck to do. another weird thing that I was into is before being fully tuned in into soccer, I really fucked with hockey. And I had a net before I destroyed it by trying to play soccer on it. And then I just destroyed the hockey goal because it wasn't like some super heavy metal. It was more like some plasticky type of feeling. So I would play, but I would play as if, but it's like, let's say on some hockey cosm, but I'm the offense and I'm the defense at the same time. So I'm acting like some crazy defender is on me. Like, I don't know, the imagination that I used to use for these different type of games is crazy. Like maybe I'm lacking some creativity and imagination nowadays. And I don't know if any kid relates to this, or not kid, but like people that are now more my age that are like adults, newer adults. But I don't know if y'all had any type of weird hobbies when y'all were younger. Because now I feel like kids nowadays, they just be on their iPads, clip farming, look at Ron, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I just thought about another thing. There's were groups, like all my friends from elementary school. But a game that we used to play was called in French, but I think maybe the translation in English is like, I don't know, the whatever game or something like that. Where basically you could be any type of character, and like let's say you could be like, my favorite character was always to take the guy from Big Hero 6. I don't know, I had no damn creativity. And then I don't know, you would have powers and different stuff and you would upgrade. And I always found it interesting that I don't know what type of guy y'all are, but you could either be the guy that loses or you could be the guy that wins, right? In those type of battles. But I always low key like being the sacrifice of the guy losing. Cause I don't know, wait. I'm going all over the place, but if you can't be winning all the time. If you're winning all the time, there's no character development, there's nothing. You gotta be losing a couple to become stronger. Like that's how your character becomes more interesting. So I don't know if anybody had like those type of games, or I was really into other weird shit I was doing. Legos. But I feel this is something that a lot of people do. Is I would first I would fucking talk to myself up playing Legos. I would have all these different characters from different worlds. Like I would have Darth Vader, Star Wars. I would have Lego Movie. Like I had that big spaceship. Had plenty of different characters. It's not coming too fresh in my mind right now. And I have like plenty of characters. And I remember I even did like a world with my friend, because I had my Legos, he had his. And I think there was some type of currency and like power level based on how it looked, and we would trade different stuff. But I remember just even in the within my own home, I would I'll create these big stories where there would be like some type of conflict, some villain, and then people would like, there would be this big war, right? Wait, that was sick. And other weird shit that I would do, that would just kind of outing myself as some type of weirdo. But I would make a racetrack out of blocks. I don't know what was my problem with damn blocks, right? But I would make a racetrack out of blocks. And then I would take different type of car blocks or different type of cars, and I'll make them race. But I'm the one controlling all of them. And I create these storylines how one car will go faster than the other, or certain cars will overlap. But I forgot how I based it off, so how far each car could advance. I don't know, I just been always doing my own thing. Depends, because sometimes I'd be losing the plot and then I'd be forgetting to like doing my own thing on some Miles Morales. I feel more recently I gotta lock in onto my own things, because I can't just be always going out and not embracing that weird shit that I was doing before. Need that alone time to be talking to yourself and moving cars. But I'm actually interested what other weird shit people are doing when they're younger. Other weird shit I was doing that now I just had a flashback is I used to have a see like those type of games where you be moving either the soccer player or hockey player, but I had like a hockey one at home. And me and a friend would give names to every player, and they would have like, we would record the stats. But that's another thing that I was doing with the blocks. I would record the stats of who's the best scorer, who's the best assister. I would separate them in teams. So if you went in my basement, you would just see different blocks of different type of teams, where you would see one goalie that's like a stuffed animal. You could also have stuffed animals on defense, depending on the size of it. Like you're not gonna have some big ass, but I don't know, that could have been low-key sick if you had like a big ass goalie size stuffed animal playing as a defender. But I wasn't thinking about that at the time. Now we record the stats, and I would even go to the extent of the first, like the names weren't random. Like let's say certain players, if it was like a crazy scoring player, I remember like the skateboard was always scoring goals. I would call that thing. Actually no. There's something called like Ovechkin. Then I had a block called Sidney Crosby. And what I would do is, when they're veterans in the game, I would like, I don't know, it's like you would know those guys are veterans in the game. I don't know if I switched the blocks, but it's like they weren't as good when they were older. It's like I would subconsciously like tank their stats. I don't know. One weird thing, but it depends on the person, that I really want to try soon is those sort of warping events. I have one friend that does it. It looks really sick, where basically for a whole weekend, it's like, I think it's like once a month over like the entire year. For a whole weekend, you play or you warp this character that can be pretty much anybody, any type of person. And there's skill attributes and different stuff like that. And then there's wars, there's battles, there's different type of plots happening, and you improve your character. I just find it sick because it's pretty much the basis of every video game, where you choose your type of class. Like I imagine Elden Ring, never played Elden Ring, but I imagine you choose your class, choose your character, and then you fight different bosses. But imagine that in real life. You're that character. You could be a swordsman if you wanted to. And you could have this whole plot where you're good initially and then you become a villain. And I find it sick when my friend that be going, he tells me how there's this girl that goes there, that's been going there for the longest time, became overpowered. They even started like modifying the game because of her. They made her like a whole event. Whenever she pulls up, there's like some big war, and she's trying to like goddamn destroy everybody. But I find that concept really good. I think just in the days that comes, in the weeks that comes, I'll try to be more weird. Whether, let's say I want to try something, I just try it. Let's say I want to get into acting. Not just go discover the website Backdoor, but it's paid shit. So maybe I just gotta wait before we need some bread to come in before we spend the bread like unconsciously. But could go crazy, just you're in school and on the side do a little acting job left, right, center, then coaching job left, right, center. So be weird and be you. But yeah. I was about to post a vid and I realized that I had something that's even weirder than all the things I mentioned before, but I weren't including in the vid. I present to you this box. Why is this box special? Because when I went to a trip to Guinea when I was younger, there wasn't that, I don't know, family was always coming about, so you could always do like fun games with them. But something that I would do, the weirdest shit of all time, is I would basically take, because I think I only had paper, okay? So I would make airplanes out of paper, put faces on them, okay? Calm down. I'm not no damn sociopath. And I would also make certain papers out of vocations, like airports, cribs. Like, let's unpack all this. What, did I transform this into a fighting thing as well? Like at this point, that's apparently some type of first minister of the police. Okay. The USA president. I think this is something that you could put like on some clothing. Hope I'm not weirding y'all out. A cinema. I think I did these different countries, but okay, but it's not a country. I'm not that stupid. Ottawa. Rose 211. Shout out to Neymar, Brody. Why the fuck we got Neymar? Prince Neymar? Merlin. I don't know what 211 stands for. Another police? I did a goddamn DualShock pistol on that? Okay. What the hell's happening here? Another gun? A deluxe house? Military. The FBI? Nah, I was on some different shit. I don't know. Keep being weird.